Good morning, Greene. It's Logan.
And Emeka.
And welcome to today's Green Screen. Project Humankind will present to our YCS Lunch Service Club this Friday, March 22nd.
A lesson on dog safety will be delivered by Jennifer, a professional dog behaviorist. This session will cover safety guidelines for interacting with dogs, whether adopted, meeting, or encountering strays.
If you love animals and want to find out more about service learning, come to room G3 during lunch on Friday. The Mirrors, Windows, and Sliding Glass Doors Reading Challenge begins next Monday.
The Greene Library is challenging students to read at least 3 diverse books before April 30, 2024. They must read or listen to a Window, Mirror, and Sliding Glass Doors book.
Leadership is also spearheading a celebration of the Lots of Socks campaign, which is for celebrating World Down Syndrome Day on March 21st. To celebrate differences, Lots of Socks asks people to wear 2 crazy different socks, which will start conversations about differences. Clubs include
Harry Potter in P5,
Dungeons and Dragons in P4,
GSA in C10,
Paper Creators in P1,
Women's in Science in N4,
Chess Club in F8,
and Wednesday Riders in Club F3.
Now, we pass the mic over to our very own Nico, who has a focus piece preview on Disneyland.
Disneyland is one of the most popular amusement parks in the world, and there's good reason for that. Disneyland provides great entertainment, food, and rides, but when most people go, they have no idea what they're doing and are extremely overwhelmed and end up buying the most expensive food or souvenirs. Well, I'm here to tell you the best places to get cheap food and how to plan your schedule so you can maximize your time there. The first cheap food I would recommend would be the Mickey Mouse pretzel. If you're going to be waiting around and walking around all day, you might as well pick up a Mickey Mouse pretzel. These can be found anywhere at the park, but are cheaper at refreshment corners and cost about $6. The second cheap food I would recommend would be the Bao and Lumpia. These are both found at Adventureland and cost $5 to $6. They're pretty affordable and cheap, but they're also extremely filling so you have energy to walk around. Lastly, I would recommend the toasted cheese sandwich. This makes a perfect lunch or dinner item and can be found at Jolly Holidays Bakery Cafe and Main Street USA. It only costs about $14. You're probably thinking, wow, that's pretty expensive. But compared to all the other lunch and dinner options, it's one of the cheapest. Also, don't forget to download the app to get in-park notifications and be updated on ride times.
Next, we have a segment on Introduction to Women's History.
The first recorded women's history celebration in the U.S. was in 1909. It was in New York City. Since then, in 1981, Congress established the National Women's History Week. And finally, in 1987, Women's History Month was here for good. In 1920, the 19th Amendment was passed, giving women the right to vote. This also gave many other rights to women in that time period.
Women's history is a narrative that encompasses the experiences, achievements, and struggles of women throughout time. It's a crucial lens through which we understand the role women in shaping societies, economies, cultures, and politics. By highlighting the contributions of women from diverse backgrounds and perspectives, women's history challenges traditional narratives that have often marginalized or ignore their voices. It serves as a reminder of the resilience, strength, and determination of women in overcoming obstacles and fighting for equality. Too often, the women were unsung and sometimes their contributions went unnoticed. But the achievements, leadership, courage, strength, and love of the women who built America was as vital as that of the men whose names we know so well, says Jimmy Carter. Studying women's history is not just about acknowledging the past. It's about inspiring the present and future generations to advocate for gender equality and social justice. Check in with Green Screen this month for us to let you know about the key women in history and the important background of the celebration itself.
As usual, the quote of the day is "Look up at the stars and not down at your feet" by the late, great Stephen Hawking.
Well, that's all for
today,
Greene.
Have a great day.